students, this is your teacher Rumia Rashid, and today we are taking forward our lectures, and this is chapter 7th, Ashoka the Great. So here we are dealing with Ashoka the Great, and I have written some of the major highlights of the chapter. The first is Empire and Dynasty, the second is Rise of the Mauryan Empire, the third is Ashoka the Great. Dear students, the first word here comes empire. So what does the term empire mean? Students, previously we have discussed about the ancient India, about the tribal India, and there we came to know about a lot of terms like Jana, like tribe, like their larger form, the Sangha, then the Mahajanapadas, and in 6th century BC we have learned that there were somewhere about 16 Mahajanapadas. So the larger form of those Mahajanapadas was kingdom. The larger form of those Mahajanapadas was kingdom. Kingdom was ruled by a king. It was ruled by a king with some 5 to 4 officials assisting him into day-to-day affairs. Similarly, there is empire. Empire is the larger form of kingdom. This is the larger form of kingdom. So it's a domain. Empire is a domain which is ruled by an emperor. It's a domain ruled by an emperor. So what is empire? Empire is a larger form of kingdom, say in terms of area, in terms of its resources. And when you have a kingdom, a larger form of a kingdom, which is larger in terms of area, in terms of resources, you need to keep a standing army. So in empire we have big army, and when you protect your people, when you protect your area and region with the help of a big army, you have to leave certain amount of taxes. So in empires, as compared to the kingdoms, we see there are high taxes. Dear students, there is a term tax and there is another word, tribute. You should know the difference between these two. Tax is something that's levied periodically, that's levied on people who have to pay them periodically, and while as tribute is something that is offered willingly by a person. So what is tax? Tax is levied by the government, by the ruler, on its subjects, on its people, while as tribute is willingly offered by a person. So we were discussing empire. Empire is an area which is larger than kingdom, and it's an area or domain that is ruled by an emperor or empress, and it's larger in terms of area, in terms of resources, in terms of army, and in terms of taxes as well. So moving forward, before these things, you should recall the terms we have discussed before in the previous lectures. We discussed about tribes, about sanghas. You should give a look to those also, just to recall, and it will help you to understand it better. So next, moving forward, there is a rise of Mauryan Empire. There is a dynasty. Next is dynasty. What is dynasty? Dynasty means when members of a same family become rulers one after another. What is dynasty? It is when members of a same family become rulers one after another. Here we have the example of Mauryan Empire. Dear students, Mauryan Empire was founded by Chandragupta Maurya. Around some 2300 years ago, And then after Chandragupta Maurya died, he was succeeded by his son Bindusara. And after Bindusara, there comes Ashoka the Great. So this chronology shows you what is the dynasty, how a dynasty rules. What does the word dynasty mean? This is a dynasty when there is a father who rules an empire. Then after his death, he's succeeded by his son and then by his grandson. This continues, you know, this is dynasty. This is what we call dynasty. So we discuss two terms. First one is empire. What is empire? The domain that is ruled by an emperor. It consists of larger area, resources, big army, and high taxes. And then we discussed dynasty, and here I gave you the example of Mauryan dynasty, which was founded by Chandragupta Maurya in about 2300 years ago. And then giving you the example of dynasty, this Mauryan Empire was founded by Chandragupta Maurya, then succeeded by Bindusara, then succeeded by Ashoka. This is called dynasty, and this is a chronology of Mauryan Empire also. So Mauryan Empire was say the first empire of India. And dear students, you should check out your text also. There is a map given of Mauryan dynasty, which wherein you will see some dots that will lead you to see how they extended their boundaries, you know, from how Chandragupta founded the empire, and then how Ashoka and Bindusara contributed and took the boundaries far and wide. Those dots will lead you to understand the situation, how far and wide this dynasty or this empire was extended. So next, you should understand that the Patliputra was the center or the capital of the empire. And one more thing I would like to add here, that in empire we have a lot of provinces. Like we have a country, this is like India is a country, it's a large country. We have around some 29 states, around 28 states and some union territories. Similarly, empire was also a larger form of kingdom where there were several provinces ruled by governors, and the king used to look into the matters at center. So the center was Patliputra. Patliputra was the center. And then moving forward, the most important and the famous ruler of the dynasty was Ashoka the Great. Ashoka the Great is known for Buddhism also, is known for taking the boundaries far and wide, and also then repenting about his deeds, like after the Kalinga War. The Kalinga War is very important in Ashoka's reign. That is, Ashoka used to lead a lot of Ashoka used to lead a lot of expeditions, and which, you know, grew the Mauryan Empire into a larger into a larger forum. And then one example of such expedition is Kalinga War. It was meant to extend the empire only, but then he repented. He on seeing the bloodshed of and the killings there, he was really moved, and it is said that he embraced Buddhism. And after embracing Buddhism, he quit war, and he didn't fight any battle after that, so it is said. And after that, he promoted Buddhism, and his empire is, you know, present day Afghanistan, in the west, to Bangladesh, in the east. So you can see how far and wide he has put his boundaries, the boundaries of his empire. So you should check out the map that's given on the text. I'm putting an end to this topic here, because it's getting lengthy and it will create a problem in uploading. So I would say that keep learning, and I'll be uploading a second part of this video. I'm not satisfied because it's incomplete topic. You just memorize and you know, you just learn about empire and dynasty again, make notes, make small short notes of what does the word empire mean, what is dynasty, and then see how Mauryan empire was founded by Chandragupta Maurya and who all the rulers succeeded him. Then come on to Ashoka and see what great achievements he has, what great deeds he has done, or what in the name of Buddhism and Dharma. We shall be discussing his Dharma and other features in the next audio. Till then, keep learning, and thank you so much.